Hi, and welcome to Community Storytelling. I'm Lissa Kreisler, Season 3. Thank you, Linda Lester. And I always like to thank Jayco Art House in Los Gatos for these gorgeous canvases behind us. So today, let's see, well, how do I describe this? How do I title this? Local Girl Makes Good. She's probably going to hate that. But I'm going to introduce you to somebody you may already know because she is a local girl, local young woman, Hannah Bowers. And we've had Hannah's brother in here, Sam. You know her mother. I might as well just get it out right now, Kim Vestal, and her dad, who's also the very creative and wonderful Craig Bowers. And now we got you.
Yeah.
I think that's it for the family.
The youngest one.
Are there any pets that we need to have on
No
next?
pets.
Good.
No pets at the
Good.
moment.
So Hannah, you
Yes.
really are exceptional. I don't know if everybody knows it. You graduated what year from Los Gatos High?
Los Gatos High School in 2013.
2013. You were a Wildcat.
Yes.
And you went on to USC and you got in on your own.
I did. I was amazed that I got in, truly.
I remember when you got in.
We were like, haha. Like, we'll apply, sure, whatever. And then we were very surprised. Yeah.
Did they tell you, your counselors here, that it was a reach school?
Yes.
It was a reach school.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No hate on her or anything. But she was like, okay, yeah, I mean, do it. But we were not realistic about it at all.
Well, you had to have great grades.
Yeah.
And music, was that what you went into as a what do we call it?
The major.
Your major. Thank
Yes,
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I majored in music industry, was what it was called. It's a Bachelor of Science in Music Industry, and then I got a minor in songwriting. It's an amazing combination of things in education, and it's one of the few schools in the country that has a music business-oriented program.
Well, it's in the right place, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was the ideal circumstance for me to go.
I think you've
college.
made it. I'm not as big as you want it to be, but you have your guitar in the door.
Right. No, in a lot of ways, I feel very proud of what I've
should be.
done. Yeah.
Tell us everything.
Everything.
Tell us everything. Give us your resume.
My resume. Okay. Well, recently, I think my biggest achievement is, I graduated college and I wanted to put out my first album. I had released a couple singles before that, and I was like, you know what? I'm an artist. I have a concept. I want to release a concept album. So I released my debut album right around when I was graduating. It's called Nighmares and Daydreams.
Yes.
Very proud of it.
I don't blame you.
Made it with a bunch of my friends, really talented musicians. And
then what do? You have an album.
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
Yeah, exactly. Right? That's what I asked myself. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years, 2-year anniversary since that album came out. And it's been fun. It's been doing as well as I think it can do, given the resources that I do not have.
Yes.
The whole DIY approach to marketing an album. I have a lot of people that love it. I think the coolest thing is like when I play a show and there's someone there that I don't know and they're singing along to my song.
So what is DIY?
DIY?
DIY.
Do it yourself.
Oh, do it yourself. I should know that.
Yeah, I mean, you could say if it's not just music, it's like DIY crafts, like DIY, you could put it for anything.
So is that like an LOL, laughing out loud?
I didn't even think it was like a tech term. I feel like it's always been around my whole life, but I never thought twice about it. But
so what kind of music would you call it? What would you say?
I call myself a rock singer-songwriter. Everything that I do that is a solo project. Rock is such a huge inspiration to me, and it's definitely a more songwriter approach. Like, I'm really focused on lyrics, and I write all my songs on the acoustic guitar, whether or not they are recorded strictly on acoustic guitar. It's not just a folk thing. There's definitely some like punk edge to it. So I call rock singer-songwriter, but I do some stuff that is like indie leaning as well.
Yes.
But I try not to use that word because it's very vague.
Right. Or coffee house, I guess, is another term.
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
there's more edge to it than coffee house. Like, it's a little.
Well, your lyrics.
There's angst to it.
What do you find to write about? How do you decide?
Yeah. Songwriting for me is a very interesting process, and it can be different every time, but there are some similarities to it. And it's mostly like, I don't try that hard, if you will. It's like the song really comes out of me once I like open it up, once I get it going, and then it just flows very easily. A lot of my writing style is very stream of consciousness. If you're familiar with that term or that process.
Well, explain it.
It's sort of like you write without thinking about what you're writing, and you don't stop writing. So a lot of the songs that I've written, I press record on my phone, and I'm playing a guitar part, and I'm just singing lines over it. And sometimes I will write a complete song, like just like that. Sometimes I go back and I edit things, but sometimes I've written a complete song just after one stream of consciousness.
Don't you need a topic like, I'm feeling sad today, I think I'll write a song?
I don't think I have to be like fully aware of what I'm saying when I'm writing sometimes. Like I will write something and then I'll look back and I'll be like, huh, looks like I felt that way.
Yeah.
Or it looks like I was trying to say this, but I'm not aware of it sometimes. It's just, it comes out of me naturally.
Now, you've had songs on TV shows.
Yes.
Because
yes.
whenever you do, your mom goes on Facebook and says, start watching.
Facebook queen.
Yes, Facebook. Well, I don't know. She got a run for her money for me. Yes.
Right on. The royal court.
Yes,
yeah.
right. But, I mean, you've been out. Tell us the TV shows.
Yeah. So I have actually I'm a singer-songwriter. It's like I have my artist project. I have solo stuff, but I also do collaborative work. And one of my side projects is an alter ego of mine called Benny Boy. It's a different name that I go by. And I've written some songs for Benny Boy, and one of those had some success getting on some television shows.
Like?
Elementary on CBS, The Arrangement on E!, Champions on NBC, and Instinct, a new show on CBS.
So you obviously have a talent manager? I mean, how do you get these gigs?
No.
Or is it a
for that,
DIY?
DIY. Not really DIY. I'm very lucky that I have a creative partner in my Benny Boy project. It's a duo. It's me and a producer who has a very successful history of writing songs for television and movies.
All right.
So he's built his career in that, and I work for him part-time, and then we also write songs together off the clock. And so he has a whole client list of places to send music to, and when we came out with our first Benny Boy song, people really liked it and put it in their shows. So I really owe it to him. I didn't do anything except write it and sing it.
And you've got a song and a musical, a movie now.
Yeah, and that one was completely DIY, which is a very fun story because it wasn't like, oh, I was involved with this person and then they did all the legwork. But one of the songs off of my album, Daydreams, is the title of the song. I am a part of this email group, basically, for women in motion pictures. And every now and then, very rarely, you'll get an email being like, we are looking for female songwriters. And every single one that I get, I reply to and go, here's my music. So I did that for them, and I've done it multiple times. And months after I had sent my music in, I got an email back from the music supervisor of an independent film called Miss Arizona.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
Yeah. And they were like, we want to use your song Daydreams in the movie, and I freaked out.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I freaked out.
That means your name is going to be on screen, on the
Yes.
big screen.
And the movie just came out July 12th.
So how many times have you watched it?
I've seen it twice.
And you stay to the very end, right?
I do. I have to see my name.
Take a photo of it, right?
It's a video, yeah.
So now this is really a nasty, tacky question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
So like, what kind of money do you make doing songs for TV
Very
or movie?
little.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nothing to live off of, for sure.
Yeah.
I will say that. It's nice to see it. You know, it's nice to make money off the thing that you like doing, and it is one of the most fruitful areas that you can get money as a musician. But the amount that I've done it, I'm not making enough to live off of right now. But it's nice to get paychecks and be like, wow, I'm getting paid to do the thing that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you start writing music?
When I was like a little tiny kid.
Yeah?
I remember, but I wasn't aware of it, I guess. I just know that I used to write little songs when I was a kid, like around the house. Like, I remember writing songs about like making sandwiches, like for lunch.
What was your favorite sandwich?
Turkey, probably. Just a classic turkey sandwich. And now I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat, so I don't eat those turkey sandwiches anymore. But then when I started taking piano lessons when I was around, I think, 8 or 9 years old, And my piano teacher kind of noticed as like I would write things. Like she'd come in for a lesson and I'd be like, look at this thing that I wrote. And she was like, like, oh, you wrote a thing? That's really important. We have to foster that. And
Yeah.
She was amazing about that. And she helped me write those down, and those were all instrumentals. And then when I got a journal, my first journal when I was in 5th grade, then I started writing poems and song lyrics.
Really?
Yeah, and I would do that, and I wrote song lyrics for years, and I had all these full written songs. They had verse, they had chorus, they had a bridge, they had everything, and I would write all these instrumental pieces, and I would never put them together. I would never sing. I didn't think I was a singer. I just liked writing. And it wasn't until I started guitar lessons when I was 15 that this has been years now that I've been writing. And I went in there and I was like, oh yeah, I write songs all the time. And he was like, cool, like sing me one. And no one ever asked me to do that before. I was like, sing? You want me to sing? Okay. And I sang for him probably like the first time. And the rest is history. And stop singing.
And great history at that. So how did growing up in the Santa Cruz Mountains and Los Gatos, how did that mold you? Did it lead to any of this?
Absolutely. I love that question because I've gotten it a few times. So I've really...
Oh, good. So you have the answer.
I've thought about this a lot. And I like to say that the Santa Cruz Mountains gave me my introspection. You spend a lot of time alone when you're there, and you have all this freedom to run around the mountains and explore yourself and explore your identity. And I loved having that time. And I did spend a lot of time alone. Even I would have friends, very social person. But when you live in the mountains, it's sort of like, well, you have to be home now. Like there's no easy way for you to go hang out with people. So I did spend a lot of time alone, and I spent a lot of that time working on music. Definitely. And then growing up in Los Gatos, I think gave me a little bit of like the attitude and the angst that I have, because I didn't feel like I fit in there.
Really?
I felt comfortable in my mountain home where I was free to express myself. And then I would come into Los Gatos to like go to high school, and I would be like, no one looks like me. No one really acts like me. I felt very different than the people in town. And I think that kind of gave me a little bit of an attitude, this sort of like rebel against society, if you will, and their standards and expectations. And so the combination of those things molded me into what I am.
So it went both ways. You didn't like it, but at the same time you look back now and I loved it.
And I love it here. I love coming back. I don't want to be like, oh, I hate this place. But I was like, I was an angsty teen.
So one last question before we break, so that you can maybe sing us a song. Would you be willing to do that?
I would love to. Yes.
Okay. I know you brought your guitar in, so we're going to get you all set up.
Yeah.
But one last question. This is a mom speaking. So how are you doing on your own? You've been out of college for only 2 years. Are you 21 yet?
Yes, sorry. I am 24.
24? Wait a second.
Yeah.
You graduated in 17.
Graduated
okay.
college,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 24. You made me think for a second.
Yeah.
Because I was like 21. Yes.
Yeah.
How far after
okay.
that?
Yeah. Do you make it? You make enough to live on your own and everything?
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
fabulous.
Definitely.
That's fabulous.
I'm making it happen. I'm juggling a few things.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
This mom is proud.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So Hannah Bowers, what a delight! And we're going to have her sing us. What are you going to sing for us?
I think I'll sing the song that was in the movie.
Daydreaming?
Daydreams,
Great. Daydreams, because I've already listened to it, and it's great.
Great.
In fact, if you want to look up Hannah, just Google Hannah Bowers, and then put down Songwriter, because other Hannah Bowers will come up. And you're going to just see all of her videos. You have your own website. You have YouTube, a bunch of stuff. But right now, we're going to bring you over to Leicester Square for a minute, and then we'll be back with Hannah Bowers on the guitar. Thanks for listening to Community Storytelling. I'm Lissa Kreisler. Hi, it's Lissa Kreisler. I'm at Leicester Square right here at the corner of Blossom Hill Road and Los Gatos Boulevard. A lot of fun things to do. Ken!
Lisa,
I didn't
so
even
nice to see you.
finish my sentence. I'm so surprised to see you. What are you doing here?
Well, we live close by, and we're taking Rocky to the vet today.
So do you have time for a cup of coffee at Phil's with me afterwards?
Sure. Is it your treat or mine?
It's definitely your treat.
And Rocky's coming too.
Good with me. I am so glad to run into you at Leicester Square. It's one of my favorite places.
It's one of my favorite places too, and we've been to Varenza and Super Duper and Phil's, and we love going here.
And so you know where I live, I have no flowers, so I come here to Leicester Square to enjoy all the flowers. They're gorgeous. So the motto here that Linda Lester coined is meet me at the square, or meet us at the square, or meet your besties at the square. I meet everybody at the square. It's Leicester Square in Los Gatos.
Come on by, and cheers.
Yes. Welcome back to Community Storytelling. I'm Lissa Kreisler. We've been having the best time with Hannah Bowers, and I gotta say, Hannah, that as a mom and as a friend of your parents, I am so darn proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, you've been at USC for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've had your songs on TV shows. Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Arizona, which I understand we can watch on Amazon Prime, right?
Yes.
Which
yeah.
we will do. And you've got the hit song from the movie.
Yeah.
And you're going to play it for
gonna
us.
do it.
Doesn't get any better
In
than
the
this.
flesh.
So it's called
Daydreams.
Daydreams. And is it a song that has anything to do with your own life?
Absolutely. It is a song that I wrote. I call it like my mental health anthem. It's a song that I wrote coming from a place of I don't want to be, I don't want to lose to my emotions anymore. I want to control my emotions. I don't want to wake up depressed every day. I want to take back control of my life.
Good for you.
That's what this song is.
Well, so let's listen. I can't wait. Go.
All right. It took me several years hiding under several covers, but I said it. I think I'll start to mean it. It took me several nights and days running all over the place. I'm ready. I think I'll start tomorrow. I think I'll start today. Yeah, no, I think I'll start today. Yeah, no, I think I'll start today. Today is not the rest of life, and life is not for resting all your days away. When life has got the best of you, you think that all the best of days are great, 'cause you don't feel it anyway. Well, no, I think I'll start today. Oh, no, I think I'll start today. Oh, no, I think I'll start today. It took me several months to notice you don't really care and never mattered much at all. No, it wasn't up to you, it was always up to me. Oh, no, I think I'll start today. Oh, no, I think I'll start today. Oh, no, 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 I think I'll start today. Today. Well, today is not invading your time or your personal space. Today is not a daydream. Your dreams are all that's left when you're away. wake up.
Wow. Oh my goodness. The lyrics are so powerful.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful song. I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah.
Miss Arizona, and I'm watching to the bitter end.
Yeah, well, it's at the end.
It's at the end.
Please towards the end. You're going to make it wait.
I got to see your name.
Yeah.
You know, I keep mentioning USC, but Hannah's also a graduate right here, Los Gatos Wildcats, 2013. So
Where I got my start.
so very proud of you. And keep it up. And when your next big project, you're coming back, okay?
Okay.
And I know that's going to be soon.
Very soon.
Oh, wow.
Definitely.
Community storytelling at its finest. If you've got a Hannah Bowers in your life, you've got a story to share, please nominate. Nominate at kcattv.org. kcat.org is where you would go. And I always say thank you so much for being with us right here at KCAT TV 15.